Those Friday night lights have kicked on, so this week on Explore Tulsa, we know there's no better way to celebrate a victory than with a bowl and spoon.
Then we go fast on the water.
Followed by shopping for the ladies.
Plus my big fat Greek party.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's Explore Tulsa. Now, Stevie, what's your favorite cereal?
Well, for me, cereal always makes me think about Saturday morning cartoons. So if I'm watching Bugs Bunny, then I want Frosted Corn Flakes. Or if I'm watching Scooby-Doo, then I'd be eating some Cap'n Crunch.
Well, now there's a place in Tulsa to get your favorite cereals with all kinds of toppings or mixes and find the cartoon action you loved as a kid, too.
You're talking about Jamie Horton's new place, the Bowl and Spoon Cereal Bar, and what they do with a Pop-Tart, it's gonna make you jump for joy, too.
I was a big cereal fan. I loved watching cartoons, and so cartoons and cereal always went together. Now, my mom never let me do any Lucky Charms, but I was always enjoyed that aspect of it. It's just being able to have Lucky Charms once in a while. This idea came to me about 2 years ago, and it was kind of a different season of my life, and it kind of came upon me, and I decided to pursue it. The way I kind of found out about the concept was kind of quirky. I was with my daughter. She was at KU, and we were at the coffee shops in Lawrence, Kansas. And so we were going to one of them, and I went to a coffee shop, and it had a little thing of cereal cocktails and a little cartoon with old-timey cartoons. And it kind of went into my mind like, wow, that would be something fun to do. Because I'm a mom of three, and I'm with my husband, and we've been to lots of restaurants. And I always felt like I wanted something simple and also something that kind of slowed time down. So what was exciting was I realized that other people felt the same way. And I think the biggest feedback I have seen is that people now have a reason or excuse to say, I just want cereal. And a lot of people would never go buy Lucky Charms in their house, but they'll come over here and have a big bowl of it, and that's their fix for the week. So I realized that a lot of people felt the same, and they just wanted something with more of an experience and some fun times, fun cereal, and just enjoy that and be okay with that. You can create your own concoction. And so you can choose up to 3 cereals, and then you can add all kinds of toppings. We have 30 cereals and 20 toppings. And then we have everything around cereal. So we have waffles, we have Pop-Tarts, we have a Pop-Tart stack, we have bacon bundles. You can actually put cereal in the waffle, and we mix it up, and then you can add to it chocolate chips, whipped cream. So it's been very fun because then everyone creates their own, and that's very special to them, which is awesome. The great thing about it that is different than the yogurt shop is that I feel like we take it to the next level, and I wanted to have a feel where people would want to stay and hang out. And then we also really invested in a great coffee, Ronico coffee, and it's originally from Muskogee, the Henderson coffee. So they came on board with us, and we have great teas and coffees, and we're actually now going to be getting into iced coffee. So I feel like that was a great mix because it provides a fun, eclectic place, but it also adds that coffee house feel that makes people want to hang out and get on their Wi-Fi and enjoy their day. I knew my kids are junior seniors, and they had probably never seen Carol Burnett or gone back in time and done I Love Lucy. And then one time we were at a car show, and my husband saw the little Aceta that we have, and that's a 57 Aceta, I believe, from Canada. And so we just decided to get inspired by that venue of the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and just kind of target the millennials, the ones that have grown up without those things, and bring it back to the forefront. We see all kinds of ages. We see a lot of grandparents bringing their grandchildren in, and we see a lot of students. We've hosted a lot of parties for professional groups. So it's been amazing that it's just translated more horizontal than I expected. And so we're very excited about that.
As a parent, I can remember when my kids were old enough to pour their own bowl of cereal and turn the cartoons on all by themselves.
What was so great about that?
It meant I get to sleep another hour.
Well, now no one has to make their own bowl of cereal, and you can choose from every different kind at the new Bowl and Spoon cereal bar. To take a look for yourself at their menu and more, visit bowl-in-spoon.com.
I tell you, the hardest place to eat a bowl of cereal is on one of those go-fast boats.
Well, you better eat up quick, because next we meet with Robert Brown to go fast at Grand Lake when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got 2 great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life and see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzellner.com. You can find that we have our 2 locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I gotta tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number one reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Stevie, what are you doing?
I'm padding up, Trish. This year, I'm gonna make Video Rev's starting lineup.
You know that Video Rev's first string is made up of sales associates, seasoned installers, and service techs who have been all pro when it comes to home entertainment for over 30 years.
Plus, football season's the best time to get the greatest prices on Sony's latest 4K high dynamic range smart TVs.
I think I want to be an entertainment champion at Video Revolution too.
Don't forget to pad up. Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi again, and thanks for continuing with us for more Explore Tulsa. Now, Stevie, I bet you were a Miami Vice guy when you were a kid.
Oh, you better believe it. Me and Don Johnson wore all the same clothes, right down to the dress shoes with no socks.
Did you spend any time in one of those go-fast boats like in the show?
Not until recently when I met Robert Brown, owner of JL's Barbecue in Pryor. He took us out moving over 90 miles an hour on Grand Lake.
Ooh.
I've always been addicted to speed, and like anything with a motor, I'm not a big football fan, sports fan. I like anything with a motor. My parents had a drag boat when I was a kid. And as I got older, I graduated to different size boats and price points where I could afford to get something like this. I named my boat Faster Dad Faster. It's a 2003 36-foot Eliminator called a Daytona. They're made in California, and they make all sizes from 18 to, 38 foot, I believe. Bob Leach started Eliminator boats back in the mid-60s, I would say, and they kind of evolved from drag boats. Drag boat racing, quarter-mile racing, and then boats gradually got bigger. Lakes got rougher, so boats got bigger again because the lakes got so rough, and then performance, and this has twin motors, and it's got twin big block Chevys, and things just kind of evolved into what they are, and different price points for different people. Well, they're Mercury Racing 500 EFIs, which Mercury makes all different size motors from small V8s, small 4-cylinders, up to 1,650 horsepower. These are right at 518 horse apiece or so. My boat will run approximately 107 on a good day. This style of boat I've seen run 190. The catamaran has a tunnel down the middle that it lifts up on a pocket of air. It's wider on the front than it is on the back. And as you're going into the wind or just down the lake, it picks up the boat and it runs on 2 spots, and kind of like a pontoon boat, but it's all out of fiberglass. And a V-bottom is just what it is. It's simply a V-bottom. My son, 14-year-old son, drives it. It's not hard at all. But once there is some techniques for turning and things like that, because a cat does turn different than a V-bottom. But overall, no, it's something that you can learn fairly easy. June 2nd, 2012, I lost my 24-year-old son in a tragic car wreck. He graduated Tulsa University 14 months before the accident, and just miss him every day. My heart goes out to any other parent that ever has to go through the tragedy of losing their child. But golly, what can you say? It's one of those deals you don't wish on anybody. So he had a 2006 Dodge with a Cummins in it. I had bought the truck from him 6 months before the accident, and he went and bought him a little BMW. So I said, well, you and I will build your truck up to race. So you can race it, and I'll help Rich on it. And well, before we could really get a lot done, consequently he got killed, and afterwards I was just at a loss. So finally some of his friends pitched in, and they came and got my truck, the Dodge, or his truck I should say, and they took it, and they called me the next day and said, you don't get it back till Dino for Dex, which was in May. They presented it back to me, and it was just kind of like overhauling on TV. It was just amazing. I mean, I could do nothing but keep the tears out of my eyes. So they just have kept me from consequently doing something stupid. His friends have just taken me in, and basically they call me Papa Dex, kind of affectionately. Well, I like the speed, I like the wind in my face. I like being in the water. I started water skiing when I was 5 years old, and I'm 62 now. And just socializing, visiting with your friends, and just like lake life. It doesn't get much better. Being on the water, it's kind of my happy place.
Man, that was fun. But it turned out I was the only one on the boat that had hair long enough to catch it blowing in the wind.
To learn more about Robert's Go Fast Boat or JL's Barbecue, along with other things you can still do this summer, plus the people, places, and events on Grand Lake, visit rsu.tv, click on the Shows tab to find Living Grand on Grand Lake, or look for it on RSU TV Thursday nights at 7 p.m.
I think it's time for a fashion makeover for our friend Trish here.
Oh my gosh, you are not picking out my clothes again. But I do trust our next guest at Mint Boutique and Jinx.
Maybe I'll pick out one or two things for you to wear on the show when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Our most beautiful 4K HDR TV. Easily manage your cables for even a clean rear look. It hangs flat on the wall, just like a piece of art. Yet, its slimness creates astounding images. Experience new discoveries with Android TV by getting instant access to everything you need. Introducing the latest Sony 4K HDR TV.
Hello, I'm John Erling with Voices of Oklahoma. Our great state has been home to countless individuals whose place in history has been earned through each of their many accomplishments. Voices of Oklahoma's mission is to preserve their story in an oral history presentation like none other. Accounts direct from famous Oklahomans, political figures, and many others who have left their indelible mark on the development, history, and future of Oklahoma. So please, treat yourself by listening to those who are the voices of Oklahoma.
Hi, I'm Heather Meadows,
And I'm Brandon Meadows, and we're with heathermeadows.com.
a website for motivational and inspirational speaking and messages.
And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hello and welcome back for more Explore Tulsa. What are you doing?
Measuring you for some new clothes that we're gonna find at Mint Boutique and Jinx. Now, what are you, like a 24?
First of all, you don't measure a woman for clothes like you're taking on a new landscaping project.
What do you do then? Do you just like eyeball it?
No, you take your time, you try on lots of beautiful things, like the clothes that Michelle offers at Mint Boutique.
My younger sister actually wanted to open it, so I thought she was just joking around, and she was actually being pretty serious about it. So I was like, sure, let's just be business partners, and it's been open ever since. And it all started basically, my family decided to come visit, my younger sister, my dad, and it was actually on New Year's Eve. We were just driving by downtown Jinx, and there was a for rent sign. And I remember my younger sister saying, hey, do you still want to open a boutique? And I was actually doing my pre-nursing at the time. So I thought she was joking, but I was like, yeah, sure, let's just call the landlord and see what they want. And that same day we signed the lease and we just started the renovations at this place. No experience whatsoever with the business, so. So basically she's the buyer for the store. I do basically all the managing, the photo shoots, doing all the editing for the photos for the website. And I actually communicate with all our models, so I do the little behind the scenes, but she's mostly who picks out what the fashion is. So she's really into the fashion industry. I've actually learned, I didn't know the different names for pieces, so I didn't know what a crop top was, or like button-ups, the difference between a button-up or a button-down, or like high-waisted shorts or chokers, or like different names of jewelry. So I was like, oh, I thought that was just a ring and that's it. Now there's like mid-knuckle rings and like sets and all this stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm learning different things and like what's gonna be in for fall or winter or the spring or summer collection. So it's like intense. You're like once you're already in the summer, you already have to start learning about the fall and winter. So I'm just like, I always have to be ahead of everything. So it's pretty fun, but a little bit challenging at the same time. So basically what we carry, right now what we have are like crop tops. So it's like the girls that wear like high-waisted shorts with a little bit shorter shirts. We're also doing like the short sleeves. We're actually bringing in the long sleeves right now that ribbed fabrics are really in. The shorts, we're kind of fading them out right now since we're bringing in all our jeans and like leggings and stuff like that. So we do either from casual to like very dressy, but right now we're trying to stick to the more like minimalistic look, so very pieces that are minimal, but you can wear every day. A lot of our clients, surprisingly enough, are from Midtown in Oklahoma City. So I thought that was a little shocking. I thought it would have been more in Jinx, but no, it's more Midtown. So our range is from 20, I've seen up to ladies from 60 to 70 shopping in here, like buying our tops and stuff like that. It's a pretty wide range, so I wouldn't say there's one specific. So we try to keep it like very trendy, but also casual. Trying to keep some pieces like not too risque, but some like girls who want to do like the nightlife kind of with their girls and stuff like that. Certain brands, we actually used to carry like vintage Havana and stuff like that, but we started doing our own private labels. That way we can keep the cost down for clients, because usually when it's a high-end brand, you're looking at $100 to $200 just for one item. So we're trying to keep it where it's top quality, but for a cheaper price. Oh yeah, we're always, I mean, not to brag or anything, but we're always ahead of our competition, which is nice. So when we already have one item, boutiques are probably getting it a month later, and we already had it before them. So that's pretty nice, since my sister's actually in California and talks to the designers itself, and actually gets to see the products before it hits the market. So that's pretty nice. My father he actually owns a trucking company in California, so we've kind of learned from my dad, but he'll give us advice and stuff like, don't do this, try to do this, so we're kind of like the little entrepreneurs. Like my actual twin sister is also, she has her own business, so she's always traveling the world doing something. Yeah, we're all like little entrepreneurs, so.
Oh, yeah, there are definitely some things there would look really good on you.
Oh, thanks.
Probably better than, you know, what you're wearing now.
To get an idea of what you'll find at Mint Boutique, visit their website at mintbabe.com or look them up on Facebook.
The next outfit I buy, probably gonna be a toga.
Oh, that's so you'll be ready for the toga run at this year's Tulsa Greek Festival, put on by the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church.
Nothing like a good toga party to get us excited for more Explore Tulsa next.
I want to get a new TV. There's like 1,000 different brands, all with different features. I wish I could make sense of it all. What do you think is best?
You should go to Video Revolution. Their experts will tell you everything you need to know. They carry the latest LED and 4K TVs and will even install it and set it up for you too.
She's right. You wouldn't talk to anyone but your dentist about your bicuspid. So when it comes to home entertainment, only trust the experts at Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi again. If you're a big fan of Greek food, fun, and entertainment, then you'll be so glad you stuck with us for more Explore Tulsa.
That's right, Stevie, because September 15th will be here before you know it, and that marks the beginning of the 56th annual Tulsa Greek Festival.
It's a whole experience of sights, sounds, food. This will be our 56th year for the Tulsa Greek Festival. It started actually in 1960 with just a group of the local Greek founders that got together, wanted to come up with an idea for a fundraiser. So they had a lamb dinner at a local hotel in 1960, and it has just grown from there and expanded. There's dancing, entertainment, a live band, a kids zone, bakery. So families can come out for the entire day and find something to do. The dancers are all in costumes, so you can really see from different areas where the costumes come from. We have church tours during the day that Father George does give, that you can learn about the history of the church if you want to do that.
The Greek Festival is a neat opportunity for people to come and experience not just our culture, our food, our dancing, and all those things, which are great, but also it's an opportunity to come in and visit our church, to learn a little bit about the church. And interestingly enough, we always get a few people who will come back to services and want to learn a little bit more about the Orthodox Christian Church after the festival.
We try to make it an interactive experience. So we have the dancing, and then we try to give some Greek vocabulary lessons, just to try and get everyone involved. We do have a new venue this year, which is a second tent called the Olympia venue. In this particular area, we'll have cooking demonstrations, Luca Mata's eating contests. We will be broadcasting from that tent, and then on Saturday, we're really excited about this. It actually will be NCAA football all day long, so especially for the men that want to come out, they definitely can go in that area. It's in-seat service in there. We have all different kinds of food, from entrees, lamb, chicken, pork, to street food like gyros and Greek fries are new for us this year. Calamari, saganaki, which is the flaming cheese.
Everywhere the food is good, right? But you know, everything. The lamb dinner is excellent. You don't get lamb often, and the homemade sweets and desserts are really popular, and one thing that we do is baklava. Everyone likes baklava, but they make baklava sundaes, and man, that's hard to pass those up after you have a meal.
We're starting off on September the 10th, which is Saturday night, with our first annual toga run. That's a 5K and a fun run, and people can come out and run or walk or just be a spectator, but they can come in a toga. And there's a toga contest afterwards for runners and their dogs. They can bring their dogs in a toga. And then we have an after party with great music and food. And it should be a lot of fun. So that's new for us this year. Sunday night we have our VIP corporate night. And so that's Santorini night. And we'll do that on Sunday. Then we have a 3-day break and start up again on Thursday for the grand finale, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
The thing that's really nice about Holy Trinity here is there are so many people involved and really enjoy working together. So it's almost, it's just like another opportunity to come spend some time with your friends, and meetings don't seem as much of a drag, and the work goes much more quickly.
And we have people that come out all 3 days and stay all day long.
Wow, 56 years. What a great tradition and glorious history behind the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church's Tulsa Greek Festival.
And this year marks the first annual toga run on September 10th. To find out more details of all the events, visit htgoctulsa.org.
The Greek Festival makes me think about the original Olympic Games. Back then there was no trampoline or badminton, just running, wrestling, boxing.
You do know there were no rules, and oftentimes wrestlers would break each other's fingers to win an event.
Ooh, that would make it kind of hard to hold your gold medal for picks, right?
Stick around. We'll be back with more Explore Tulsa.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Like parents have a thing, when it gets too quiet in the home, we're worried. You know what I mean? I don't like silence in the home because it just feels dead.
Silence, that just doesn't feel like a creative place to me.
Turning on music in your house is almost like turning on the lights in your house.
Music makes mundane stuff better. And it's never too late to discover new things.
You just never know what song's gonna come on next.
Silence is probably the enemy of a happy home.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
Be sure and join us next week when we meet David Stewart of Mid-America Industrial Park.
Special thanks to Jamie Horton of Bowl and Spoon Cereal Bar for bringing Tulsa a fun spot to enjoy a new spin on all our favorite cereals.
Well, thanks too to Robert Brown for taking us out on that Go Fast on Grand Lake. We'll see you at JL's for some of that famous barbecue. And thanks to Michelle and her family for bringing more style and ladies fashion to T-Town.
Also thanks to Tanya Boone, Father George, and all those involved in bringing us the Tulsa Greek Festival each and every year.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
And hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for all of your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of Tulsa's best eye care value with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.